Hey! Sorry to interrupt the Transformers reviews. I know you guys are probably expecting part 2 instead of whatever this is right now, but last night I got some amazing news and I just had to share it with you. I couldn't wait. It needs to be said now so that you know and you can be excited like me, hopefully. Yeah, well, there's really no other way to say it. C.O.P.S is at long last being completed on DVD. And I'm going to give you all the details today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. And beware of zombies. Now, what exactly is going on? Hey, didn't we just get Volume 2? Has Shout Factory announced Volume 3? Is that it? Is it finally going to be done? Not exactly. Yeah, not exactly. There's kind of some good news and some bad news. The good news is C.O.P.S is finally being completed on DVD. The bad news is it's not going to be from Shout Factory. It's actually going to be from Mill Creek Entertainment. The way Mill Creek Entertainment has chosen to do it is as a complete re-release, starting from scratch, 2 volumes, the first containing the first 33 episodes to be released in March of 2011, and the second volume likely to be released around May or possibly June, which will contain the final 32 episodes of the series. Now, there's no word on extras. You may recall there was at least a handful of extras on the Volumes 1 and 2 sets from Shout Factory, so there's no word on which extras, if any, will carry over to the Mill Creek set. Now, why is Mill Creek doing it and not Shout Factory, you may be wondering? Well, I think really what it boils down to is sales. As much as fans rallied together and supported the releases of Volumes 1 and 2, they just did not sell significant enough numbers to warrant Shout continuing the releases and finishing the series. So it was kind of funny, I was on the Shout Factory message boards last night, and of course there was some posts about the announcement, and one of them was from a user who was very cross with Shout Factory, saying, well, look at this, Mill Creek is finally doing what Shout Factory should have frickin' done in the first place, and they're putting out the complete series. This is really embarrassing for Shout Factory, and you guys should be ashamed. Then Brian Ward piped in and said, boy, there's really some people out there who have no clue how this stuff works. Who do you think they got the license from? Yes, this is what, in the biz, is known as sub-licensing. The way it works, put simply, is like this. Shout Factory got the rights to C.O.P.S from Deke Entertainment, or Cookie Jar Entertainment as they're called now. They put out 2 volumes. The 2 volumes didn't sell particularly well, but they've still got this license on their hands. They'd like to make some money off it, obviously. Plus, Shout Factory, being very fan-oriented, obviously wants the fans to have what they want. They want to get the complete series out to the fans, but the lack of sales does not justify Shout Factory going to all the time and expense of doing Volume 3 themselves. So what do? They sub-license the show to a company like Mill Creek. Mill Creek is essentially a budget company that can put out the entire series very quickly, very cheaply, at very little cost to themselves, and, best of all, very little cost to us, the consumer public. You know how much those 2 volumes are going to cost? Yeah, I kind of held back on the price. But you know how much they're going to cost? About $10 a piece. Yeah. So you can get all 65 episodes of the series for less than it would cost you for one of Shout Factory's volumes. So this is great. I mean, this really is an everybody wins scenario. We finally get the complete series. Shout Factory gets at least a little bit of money from the sub-licensing, and Mill Creek makes some money off the show without having to go to too much expense. Now, this wonderful deal for us the fans does come at a bit of a price, and that price, sadly, is quality. If you already have the 2 volumes from Shout Factory, you probably want to hang on to them because it's a pretty safe bet that they're going to be substantially higher picture quality than what we'll get on the Mill Creek releases. Mill Creek, as I said, is a budget company. What they do is budget releases of shows. You may have noticed they've been putting out a lot of complete series sets of shows recently. One that I've got my eye on actually is the complete series of The Commish with Michael Chiklis. Really looking forward to that one. Some other notable recent Mill Creek releases, especially for us cartoon fans, were stuff like the 2002 He-Man series, and Defenders of the Earth, and Prince Valiant, in which they very quickly put out complete series sets, usually in 2 volumes. Well, in the case of He-Man, they put it all out in 1 volume because there weren't that many episodes. But those were all shows that were originally put out by BCI Eclipse, the now defunct BCI Eclipse. So a lot of us were wondering what's going to happen to all those shows. So essentially they're treating C.O.P.S the same way they treated those and putting them out as budget releases. Now, here's the thing. As I say, we kind of sacrificed some quality in the translation here, but that's how we get them for so cheap. You remember my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles DVD disambiguation from a while back, most specifically the ones where I was talking about the volumes put out by Lionsgate of the original 1987 series, and how I was really ticked about it because they crammed like 12 or 13 episodes on a disc, and the bitrate just went through the floor as a result to cram all those episodes on there, and they looked pixelated as hell. Yeah, that's kind of what Mill Creek does on a regular basis, and why their stuff is so cheap, because they put as many episodes as they can on a disc, usually 11 or more of a half-hour show, so it doesn't take up as many discs. And then it doesn't stop there. They also skimp on the packaging, so when you see it on the shelf, it just looks like a regular, slightly thicker DVD case. But when you open it up, I know this because my good friend Metal Madness picked up their re-release of the Greatest American Hero complete series on DVD, and he showed me the innards of it in the Stickam chat room one week. You open it up, and it's not a spindle, it's not trays, it's actually all the individual discs in paper sleeves inside the box. Now that's quality! But that's the trade-off. I mean, honestly, you're getting the series for like 10, 20 bucks. Do you expect it to be an A-list package? No, it's not an A-list package. But the bottom line is, what really matters here is we're getting the complete series of C.O.P.S. And it doesn't stop there, because they're doing this for a lot of shows. It looks like Shout Factory is going to be sub-licensing a few things to them. In fact, they've already started sub-licensing G.I. Joe to them. So Mill Creek is putting out low-cost single-disc or double-disc volumes of G.I. Joe with just a handful of episodes on them. So people who want to collect it cheaply over time can get those rather than shelling out for the higher quality Shout Factory sets or the complete series set. So it's just about providing options to the consumer, really. And in the case of something like C.O.P.S, being able to offer the complete series at a low cost that at least makes it available to the fans. Because otherwise, you know, we'd be waiting forever for Volume 3, because apparently Volume 2 sold even less than Volume 1. We haven't been given actual numbers, and we probably never will be, but suffice it to say, the numbers aren't there to warrant Shout Factory continuing the release. Now, some fans are pissed off now. They're all up in arms at Shout Factory, saying, oh, well, now it just looks like Volume 2 was a quick cash grab by Shout Factory to milk a little bit more money out of the fans before sub-licensing to Mill Creek. Come on. Go back to your JFK assassination theories and 9/11 cover-up stories, alright? I mean, come on. That is not what Shout Factory did. Shout Factory tried to give the fans a quality product. The reason they didn't finish it was because the fans didn't buy it. It's that simple. It just comes down to numbers. I kept seeing posts in the Shout Factory message board saying, oh, I don't know about buying Volumes 1 and 2. I really want the complete series. Like, yeah, well, if you don't buy Volumes 1 and 2, we'll never get Volume 3. No complete series. So it's either incomplete series or nothing. Or rather, incomplete series in the hopes that it will sell enough to warrant the rest of the series. But no, you jackasses just had to sit on your ass, picking your noses, and bitching and moaning that it wasn't a complete series set right out of the gate. Well, sorry, like it or not, C.O.P.S ain't Transformers or G.I. Joe. It does not have a millions-wide fan base with a 25-year strong franchise to back it up. No, it does not have a multi-million-dollar summer blockbuster movie every 2 years to renew interest in the franchise. C.O.P.S is not like that. Jason the Wheeled Warriors is not like that, which, by the way, I have no news about. Sorry, yeah, but the thing is, if this goes well, it's quite possible we may see Jace released via Mill Creek. There's no official word on that. That's pure speculation. but if it doesn't show up as a Shout Select title, I think it's very possible we might see it as a Mill Creek re-release, like a sub-licensed re-release. Either way, I'd say that the way Shout is handling things now, with the addition of their Shout Select program and the sub-licensing of certain titles to Mill Creek, means the chances are exponentially higher, and in this case that is a correct use of the word, of finally seeing Jace complete on DVD. And I'm very excited about that. It's really a shame that more people have not discovered Jace and the Wheeled Warriors. I mean, it really is a hidden gem of 80s television. Great animated sci-fi. And Joe Michael Straczynski was the head writer and story editor for it, so I mean, come on! I don't know. Anyway, so taking the good with the bad, I think overall the good outweighs the bad because we're finally getting the rest of C.O.P.S on DVD. So roll on March for Volume 1, and especially roll on May for Volume 2, because that's the one that most of us are waiting for. Now some of you are probably wondering, hey Sean, are you going to buy both volumes, or are you just going to get Volume 2 with the latter part of the series to complete the collection? Honestly, at $10 a pop, I'll buy both volumes. I mean, that means you're getting, like I said before, you're getting the complete series for less than one volume of the Shout Factory set. So, and as far as I know, the Shout Factory sets are staying in print. It's just, you know, this will be an alternative. So if you want to get at least the first 2/3 of it in super high quality, get the Shout Factory sets, and then to complete it, just get Volume 2 or whatever. But no, I'll get both volumes. I mean, that way the flow won't be interrupted on the shelf. Gotta keep the flow, man. Gotta keep the flow. Alright, how long have we been talking? Probably way too long. Yeah. Alright, so that's the news. I'm excited. Hope some of you are excited. And those of you who don't care, well, why the hell are you watching this video if you don't care? Alrighty, that's it from me to you for now. Next time, back to Transformers, I promise. So until then, thanks for watching, and sayonara. Alrighty, that's it from me to you to now.